Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Manisha Matkar and I'm working at Anjani Maternity Home, Kharghar NaviMumbai since last 18 years. Today we will discuss about diet in pregnancy. I have two situations here. In one case, one of the pregnant female comes and tells me, "Ma'am, my mother-in-law is insisting on eating more food, more frequently, more in quantity, so that my baby has adequate nutrition. Since we are two, so we have to eat double the food requirement so that my baby grows well. But because of that, I am having lot of acidity, nauseating feeling and indigestion." The other situation is, my mother-in-law is not allowing me to eat enough food. She says if I eat lot of food, then my baby will overgrow, he will be heavyweight, and then I'll have to go a cesarean section. So I'm feeling hungry most of the time. So these are the two extremes of situations, and we are facing this problem most of the time. So let's discuss about what is the diet in pregnancy. Diet in pregnancy should be nutritious and a balanced diet. Balanced means it has to have adequate quantity of carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals, dietary fibers, which is required for optimum growth of the baby. First of all, we'll see about green leafy vegetables. Green leafy vegetables like spinach, coriander, methi, bathua, all these green leafy vegetables are high in vitamins, minerals and dietary fiber. This dietary fiber is very important during pregnancy as it helps in intestinal movements and avoids constipation. Constipation is a regular problem during pregnancy because of the hormonal changes during pregnancy. The intestinal movements are reduced so that the body can absorb maximum nutrition from the food and supply it to the baby. This causes constipation. So to avoid this situation, dietary fiber has to be in more amount. Then comes to the vegetables. In vegetables, you have to have different colors, different taste, different variety of vegetables like sweet potato, tomatoes, red pumpkin, bitter gourd. All variety taste has to be consumed by the mother. It has maximum amount of vitamins and minerals. Then third comes the salads. If you don't want to gain excess weight during pregnancy, then please have maximum amount of salad. I would recommend 2 to 3 servings of salad per day. The best part of salad is it has nutrition, but it has high content of water and very low in calories, because of which you don't gain excess weight, but you get the nutrition. Salads will contain radish, beetroot, carrots, then cucumber, all variety of salads you can have. 2 to 3 servings per day. Next is pulses and lentils. They are high in proteins. When 7th or 8th month pregnant female is having low birth weight, then in that case we advise them to have more amount of sprouts. On sprouting of legumes and pulses, their vitamin and mineral increases and they are good in digestion also. The antioxidant capacity of the sprouts is high as compared to non-sprouted pulses. So have at least 2 to 3 servings, that too, but sprouts not to be consumed at night time. During day time you have them, add little bit of lemon juice and they are good to go for digestion. Next important part is the fruits. Fruits, they are low in calories, high in vitamins and minerals and dietary fibers. I would recommend to have whole fruits instead of juices. Also, I would recommend have seasonal fruits. The advantage of seasonal fruits is fruits grown in particular season like watermelon and muskmelon during summer season, they have good amount of nutrition and the body's requirement of water is high during summer season. So they have adequate amount of water also in them. That's why seasonal fruits should be preferred. Now come to dry fruits. Dry fruits, I recommend 5 to 6 almonds, as it is, or you can soak them and then have it. 10 to 12 raisins. These are less in calories. Rest of the dry fruits like cashews and pista and walnuts, these are high in calories, so have them in limited quantities. Milk and milk products, they are very, very important in pregnancy. They are your source of calcium, minerals, phosphorus, proteins, vitamins, everything. Milk products like cheese, paneer, curd, buttermilk can be consumed. If you don't want to gain extra calories, avoid cheese, but you can have paneer. Curd is the best source of milk because it contains lactobacillus, which helps again in digestion. So again, indirectly helps in avoiding constipation also. Buttermilk you can have 2-3 times a day. Prefer freshly made buttermilk, prefer freshly made curd. These are good to go for digestion also. Next comes the non-vegetarian food. Non-vegetarian food, in that you can have 1 to 2 egg whites per day. Avoid the yolk part, that is high in calories. Then the fishes, in fishes prefer low mercury fishes. High mercury fishes, like they say ki garam hota hai, those fishes they have high content of mercury, like mackerel, crabs, shellfishes. These are to be avoided during pregnancy. Rest of the fishes you can have in an ample amount because they contain omega-3 fatty acids, which is very good for baby's skin growth, baby's eye development and baby's brain development. Chicken and mutton should be consumed in limited quantities as they are heavy for digestion. The base of any of the food intake is the water, and at least 10 to 12 glasses of water or 2 to 3 liters of water should be consumed within 24 hours or per day. Early morning when you get up, have at least 2 glasses of warm water. That also helps in digestion. Then later on, I suggest every time you go to the kitchen, have 1 glass of water. Every time you change your place from one room to another, consume water. That will increase your water intake. So these are some of the basic food ingredients which should be included in your daily diet. Now let's see some things which need to be avoided. First of all, white food. White food means sugar. Sugar is white in color, it's refined. So it can be replaced with jaggery or dates. Then comes maida or refined flour. It can be replaced by wheat flour, oats, means whatever is made of maida can be replaced. Multigrain bread and all these things should be used instead of maida. Then comes the salt. All the food articles having high salt content, like for example pickles, papad, wafers, should be consumed in less quantity as they tend to increase your BP and the further complications also. Avoid stale food during pregnancy. Avoid junk food. Avoid stale food during pregnancy. That means even if you prepare the food in the morning, avoid consuming in the evening. Eat freshly prepared foods. Then avoid junk food. Junk food means pizzas and burgers and this. Please avoid them, at least during the pregnancy period. Avoid Chinese food because whatever Chinese food you get from outside, it has lot of Ajinomoto, that is monosodium glutamate, which is not at all good for the baby's bones, even for the mother's bones also. So please avoid that. Junk food contains preservatives which affects the growth of the baby. Also avoid raw and undercooked non-vegetarian foods, like sometimes we prefer a half fry omelette or some food sushi and all those contain uncooked meat or fish or whatever, non-vegetarian. Please avoid that. Food containing preservatives should be avoided. Carbonated drinks should be avoided. Excessive tea and coffee to be avoided, especially after food. Please don't take tea or coffee after food. These are the things. Have chocolates in limited amount. One more thing is very commonly asked by most of the patients, Madam, is papaya okay to eat during pregnancy? Actually, raw papaya contains papain, which causes, if consumed in very much high quantity, causes uterine contractions. That quantity normally we don't consume, and especially raw papaya we usually don't consume. But still, because of the emotional effect or if whatever you say, people say ki don't eat papaya. So if not, no problems. Avoid alcohol and smoking by the pregnant women also and family members also. Some important tips I would like to give here. Consume at least 2 to 3 spoons of cow's ghee and 4 to 5 spoons of oil. Cow's ghee helps in digestion. It won't increase your fat, but definitely it will help in digestion. At least 10 to 15 minutes of sun bath. Like keep your back open and hands and legs open, and at least 10 to 15 minutes of sun bath is very much required, which will help in calcium formation. Next tip is small portions of food to be consumed multiple times. Avoid having only 2 foods or 2 meals. Instead, every 2-3 hourly you can have something or the other. At the end I'll suggest you. Another thing is have fruits on empty stomach so that maximum nutrition is absorbed from that fruit. If you are having fruit with your food or post your food, then it gets mixed up with the food and the nutrition from the food cannot be absorbed completely. Moods also affect your food intake and food absorption. So please avoid eating food in front of TV or eating food when you are in a bad mood. Some research have said that if you want your baby to eat all variety of food, like even bitter taste or sour taste or sweet taste, so you have to consume them during your pregnancy so that the baby develops that taste. After 5th month, the baby has those sensations. So please consume all variety of food. A sample example of what you can eat in a day. Morning you can have 2 glasses of warm water as soon as you get up. Then have 5 to 6 badam and raisins, whatever is soaked or as it is. After 2 hours or so, by 8 or 9 o'clock, you can have a glass of milk with protein powder if given, or with saffron strands. You can add some dates also to it and make a date milkshake or any milkshake. By after 2 hours or so, have your proper breakfast with some heavy breakfast like parathas or some poha, upma, good with vegetables and all. By 1 to 2 o'clock, have your lunch with proper dal, chawal, roti, sabzi, with salads and pickle in limited quantities, so that everything is going. I use cow's ghee during that food. By 3 to 4 o'clock, have some laddu or some fruits. By 6 to 7 o'clock, I would prefer having dinner by that time. Again, include all the variety of food in your dinner. By 9 to 10 o'clock, have warm milk with protein powder again, or little bit of haldi in that. That's very nutritious. Overall, these are the ideas about diet in pregnancy. I tried to cover most of it. Still, if you have any of the doubts, feel free to ask us in the comment box, or you can mail us. Thank you so much and have a happy and healthy pregnancy.